Get started. I want to welcome everyone to the 2012 Bioindustry Symposium. I'm Bob Guldberg, Executive Director of the Institute in which we're sitting. This is a program that we've actually had around since 1994. So we've had an interaction with industry for a long time. It has evolved and expanded very significantly over the years with changes in industry, obviously, but also significant growth and expansion in the scope of activities here at Georgia Tech. It really started with Bob Neerum, who's in the back of the room, and we've continued on with that tradition. But really the objective is absolutely exactly the same as when it started, which was to create these very mutually beneficial interactions between our industry partners and the faculty, students, and staff here at Georgia Tech. So there's a lot that's changed over the years. Those opportunities have then led to a number of things: hiring students, collaborative opportunities for research. It may be just companies coming to stay up with the rapidly advancing technologies and discoveries that are going on in academia. So I think this academic industry partnership is more important than it ever has been in the past. Georgia Tech's strength really lies in the scope of its activities, but also the quality of its programs. As most of you probably know, our Bioengineering and Biomedical Engineering Department program is the #2 ranked program in the country, and yet you can also come here for sort of one-stop shopping. The breadth of activities here is just absolutely enormous, and we look forward over the next couple days in showing you the breadth of that activity. What we're trying to do is to create an innovation ecosystem, and that involves taking transformational interdisciplinary research, combining it with collaborative partnerships in order to have real economic and societal impact. And that's a vision that has been put forth down by our Executive Vice President for Research across all the interdisciplinary areas across campus, and we're trying to implement that in the bio area. And that's resulted in a number of commitments to be able to do that. Hopefully those of you that are new took a little bit of a look around. If you haven't, please do it on the breaks or so forth. This entire biotech quad is all relatively new. This was the first building that was built a little over 10 years ago, actually about 13 years ago now. And this was the nucleation point for all 4 of these buildings. And it's about 1 million square feet of space, $200 million investment, all related to biotechnology. And with combination of state and private funding, we're just breaking ground on another building this year, be just down the way, and will be very much similar to this current building, an interdisciplinary bio-related research building. We also continue to invest in partnerships, not only with industry, but also with Emory, with Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, and these partnerships are also very important. And finally, people. We continue to hire a large number of faculty, outstanding faculty to our program. This includes M.G. Finn from Scripps University, includes Ross Ethier from Imperial College. Those are just a couple of examples of the new faculty that have just joined in the last year. It also involves hiring new staff people who can support this program. And I think most of you know or have interacted with Cindy Sundell, who is our Industry Business Development Manager. And Cindy's done a great job putting together the program that you're going to see over the next couple of days. We've also hired someone more recently, formerly of Medtronic, Neal Beals. Neal is I'm going to ask Neal to step up and just give a few comments on his position. But his title is the Executive Commercialization Officer for Life Sciences. And he's here to really help us pull all this together at a higher level of the administration and really provide, again, the oomph behind creating this innovation ecosystem. So Neal, if you could say a few things. I'll give you this, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, great, thanks. It's okay, I'll just hold it. Thanks. All right, well, good morning, everyone. Thanks, Bob. And I'm looking forward to today. This is my first attendance of this, obviously. How many of you all are here for the first time? So probably about half, huh? So good, we'll learn together, I guess. I've been in this position. It's a newly created position, and those are always interesting if any of you have experienced it yourselves. because obviously the job was being done before, and actually I'm learning at Tech it was being done quite well. So when something's being done quite well and you step into it, you're going to take that good to great approach. So that's the challenge in front of me. But being a tech grad, I got my master's here before BME was BME, but it was in mechanical engineering, but actually in a collaborative program with Emory at that time. So we were taking an ad hoc approach to biomedical engineering even then, which is really the true Georgia Tech way of doing things. Very entrepreneurial, very pragmatic, and frankly very industry friendly. So I think all of you will appreciate that over the next couple of days here, interacting with the Georgia Tech folks and with those of us that are here to help you as well. So please reach out to Cindy and me, those of us from Tech, if you have any questions or there are questions. I can tell you that coming from industry, and I worked for Smith & Nephew Orthopedics and also for Medtronic over about 25 years. So coming into the academic world and being exposed to it, has been enlightening, a little bit daunting, but tremendous opportunity here at Tech. And you know, there is so much that has been developed here, as Bob said, and it's so diverse, but that's the nature of biomedical engineering. We all know that as well. So part of our challenge is how do we direct that to an industry orientation so that it's going to be of interest and of significance and of value to you all in industry in terms of addressing a certain clinical need that's out there. And I have to say that I hear that quite a bit now. There's a strong emphasis on clinical need. So at least the step one is there is a recognition clinical need drives commercialization, and that's I've lived that for quite a while from both an R&D perspective as well as a marketing perspective. So I think you'll start to appreciate the Georgia Tech approach to bioengineering and to industry relations. I'm looking forward over the next few years here to taking that a step further. Our goal is to enhance our relations with investors and industry, and also to the faculty out there. I haven't met many of you yet, being kind of early into this, but it goes on that level as well to help the faculty take those technologies further and those innovations further and see the excitement unfold as they become reality. So I guess we're gonna kick it off. There were going to be introductions, I believe. Did you want to facilitate it, Bill? Okay.
Yeah. So thank you, Neal. I mean, we're so pleased to have Neal here, and you know, someone that clearly understands business and is really going to help us make the connection between the faculty and the great technologies coming out here and what's important and a high priority for business. So the day I show here, or the next couple days, we basically have broken this down into some plenary sessions and then parallel sessions. We're starting out in the Petit Institute, which is here each day in the plenary sessions. We will then be going and breaking down into the parallel sessions in the nanotechnology building, which is right next door. It's a very 30-second walk across the pathway there to the nanotechnology building, and that'll break down into two different sessions. So you'll have to make a choice. We are going to make every effort to keep the talks on time, so if there's a talk in one session that you want to see versus another, you should be able to switch between them. They'll be very close to each other, so that should not be a problem.